Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first ever post-race review where I'm not basing this off the broadcast. Yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. I was at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway this Sunday. I saw the first ever wet weather oval tire race. That's pretty damn cool to say. But you can tell I'm a little sunburnt. I spent the last 4 days here in New Hampshire. It was wild, to say the least, but you'll see all that in the vlog. But for now, we gotta dial in. We gotta talk the NASCAR Cup Series, the USA Today 301 from NHMS. Let go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. What more do I have to say? I got home from New Hampshire at about 11:30 today, unpacked all my stuff, spent some time with the girlfriend. Yeah, so I'm recording this about 24 hours after the race, so if things aren't fresh in the memory, I apologize. I know one thing that truly is fresh in the memory, to say the least, as all the lighting changes on the computer, but for now, I want to show you guys my proof that I was at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Corey LaJoy, sign card. Yeah, I had VIP. That was pretty cool. Austin Dillon, sign. I promise I'm not trying to show it off. Ryan Preece, sign. You get the drill. Who else do I got here? Logano. Oh, nice. Harrison. Harrison Burton was a cool guy, by the way. Bubba Wallace. Only got to talk to Bubba for a little bit. Josh Berry, another cool dude. Preece was a really sick dude. Kyle Busch, we'll talk more about him later, but there's KFB's autograph. My fingers are right on it. That's kind of crazy. And, yeah, the fan favorite himself, number 9, Chase Elliott. Man, Hendrick gave out good cards, to be fair. That was pretty mint. But, yeah, I have so many stories to tell from New Hampshire. Like, we was the Be a Man guy from TikTok's tour guide. For like an hour, we were trying to get him around, trying to meet drivers. It's like, we just went up to him, asked for a picture, like me and a friend, and then he's like, "Can you tell us where Harrison Burton is? I'm supposed to get a picture with him. Where's Ryan Preece? Where's Kaz Gralla?" I'm just trying to think of the Northeastern boys, like Logano. He would have asked for too, like. Oh man, I know we got to end up meeting like Daniel Suarez. He met Ty Dillon, Daniel Hemrick. That's pretty cool. Good for Be a Man. I don't know his real name, but Be a Man. Yeah, I mean, I could go a lot more in depth when it comes to Be a Man, but that should be closed off for now because, well, you might see me later. Get the hint. Yeah, so, anyways, let's talk New Hampshire. Yeah, pre-race pass, everything, sick. Met like 33 out of 36 drivers, and again, more coming in the vlog. But, yeah, let's talk about the actual racing. As much as I could sit here and talk about this, that, we need to talk about the actual race. So, stage 1, qualifying and practice was 5 minutes. Carson Hocevar was the fastest. Everyone was out there for 5 minutes, which is pretty cool. But, man, yeah, no, Elliott started on pole, got a really big gap in clean air. I mean, where did Bell start? 4th, I think it was? There was no accidents in the first stage. Everything went pretty smoothly. I can't remember how long the first stage was. Was it 90 laps? I think it was 90. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was 90. So, yeah, I'm going to take it as it is. What else happened at HMS? Yeah, Bell hauled balls. Bell was my pick going into the week. If you watch my iRacing series, you know Christopher Bell was my pick from the very start. I am rocking every time we come to this racetrack. C-Bell, 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 C-Bell. Chris Bell. I got a picture with him too, but that's another story. But, yeah, no, it was really just Elliott and Bell to start the stage. I mean, you had a few comers and goers throughout the field. Josh Berry, he was someone who really stood out to me early in the race. Like, it's so different when you have the perspective of actually being at the track, because you can't just, you can look at more than the battle that TV picks for you. Especially at a track like New Hampshire, you can see the whole track from pretty much everywhere. So you pretty much, what I was doing was just picking the car that I want to watch it for a couple laps. If something happened, you look over, chances are everyone's pointing. But yeah, no, Bell won stage 1, made it look pretty simple. Yeah, no, Chris Bell hauled, he did his thing. Good, decent racing. I mean, him and Chase Briscoe had a really intense battle towards the end of that stage. So that was pretty crazy to watch. Yeah, no, like Briscoe trying to stay on the lead lap. Christopher Bell's future teammate. By the way, I'm just mentioning, my girlfriend put these blue LED lights on. They're not the norm, but if you guys like it, let me know in the comments, because that could change. Oh, also, how do we get to see this here? Like my Tim Richmond shirt? You can kind of see my underwear there. Come on. Oh, god damn it. This is embarrassing. There we go. Like the Tim Richmond shirt? Oh, EA Sports, don't care. But, yeah, no. Bought this Classics haul, pretty mint. But, yeah, no, Bell hauled balls. Logano was up there, too. Logano looked pretty good. Larson looked alright. I don't know what stage it was where Denny used Larson up a bit. And the whole radio message of shut the F up, rather, came across the radio. I'm not sure when that happened, but yeah, I didn't see it live. I was sitting, where was I sitting? I was about 3 or 4 sections down from the front, or from the start-finish line to the right, so as on the way to turn 1. And I was probably about 9 rows high, and that's like the exit of turn 2, especially if the cars are on the inside, is like the one blind spot here at Loudon. That's like the only spot you can't see. But yeah, pretty damn good considering it's a racetrack. But still, I mean, Bell did his thing. Kyle Busch got lapped by Chase Elliott 30 laps in. That was embarrassing, but the first stage was really just a blowover. Things got really interesting in stage 2. But yeah, no, stage 2 was where things started to intrigue my interest a bit more, to say the least, because yeah, Bell stayed out front, but one guy who was really working his way to the front was Martin Truex Jr. I was watching him. This would have been roughly around the time stage 2, like. Guys, bear in mind, my memory is not fresh. I'm running off 20 minutes sleep after an 11-hour car ride crossing borders. So, keep that in mind when I'm making this video. The only thing keeping me alive is a coffee I had this morning. And I don't drink coffee. I do not drink coffee, so keep that in mind. But, like, I remember at one point, Martin Truex was absolutely hauling balls on the field. It was ridiculous to watch. He got around Bell at one point, and then it really looked like it was going to be Martin Truex's race. It really did, but and then some guys came in to make green flag pit stops early, kind of committed to the one stop midway through stage 2. Some of the guys went long. I remember Todd Gillen, one of those ones being one in particular. He got a lucky caution because Todd Gillen was not in the position to concede the lead, like be in a good contending position. I actually asked Todd Gilliland where his pickle sponsor came from. He just said he had no idea, but yeah, no, apparently the guys at front row found a really good job finding a pickle company sponsored in Boston. So that's pretty sick. We got the pickle car for Todd Gilliland. I had to ask him. I went up and got a picture with him. I had to ask him. But yeah, no, anyways, what else happened in stage 2? Who was the one who caused the wreck? No, that wasn't the Gregson and Kyle Busch wreck. Oh, I'm gonna have to go look it up. Okay, it was Hemrick that spun. Daniel Hemrick spun coming out of turn 2. I remember the smoke coming up and it was like, oh, Daniel Hemrick wreck. And then Alex Bowman blew up at the exact same time. Alex is a pretty cool guy. I met him in the garage. Alex Bowman, a really cool guy. But, yeah, straight humble down to earth dude. But yeah, Alex Bowman blew up stage 2. I gotta use my phone for the timeline because, Yeah, no, my internet is ass on this this computer for some reason, so I have to use my phone. Yeah, no, then we had the first real accident of the day. It was Noah Gragson getting into Kyle Busch. And, well, Noah kind of turned in on him a bit, I guess. Maybe Busch went up the track a little bit. I mean, Kyle Busch had a 30th place car, man. That's not what I expect to see out of Kyle Busch at New Hampshire. He won here a lot back in the day, man. And now he's getting in wrecks fighting for 30th. I mean, I don't think Kyle Busch is the problem. I think RCR is the problem. They got to do something there, to say the least. But, yeah. No, Kyle Busch and Noah Gragson got together. Noah's another really sick guy. But, Kyle Busch. Yeah, no. The guys I was sitting next to, he had a scanner. And let's just say, Kyle Busch's radio was not the most polite thing I've ever heard in my life. But, yeah, no. I'm looking at the onboard incident now between Kyle and Noah. Yeah, Noah kind of turned in on him, really. If Kyle's pissed, I can understand that. But, oh, I'd never seen this. LaJoyce hit Josh Berry and stuck his hand out at him. Okay, interesting. I guess Corey and Josh weren't getting along there. But, yeah, I guess Kyle Larson had to be on his toes. He was right behind it all. But, oh my lord, yeah, the strategy kept playing in the factor because of the early pit stops and all that stuff. Denny Hamlin ended up winning stage 2. I was with 2 other people who were, like, the only 2 in the crowd rooting for Denny. If not, there might have been, like, 3 more. But, yeah, no, if Denny won, there would have been a lot of boos. And honestly, it looked like it because he was able to hold off Martin Truex Jr. on fresh tires. Christopher Bell, and well, even Logano held off Bell on fresh tires at the end of stage 2. But, yeah, let's hop into this final stage. Oh, boy. Yeah, no, lots of good racing in stage 2. I think the action really... The more this race went on, the more action picked up. So, it was pretty damn awesome, let's say the least. Yeah, so start of stage 3, Martin Truex couldn't get the right rear lug nut on, so that pretty much put the 19 out of it from there. Sucks for Truex. I would have loved to see him win his last full-time start at New Hampshire, but oh well, it is what it is. Then Joey Logano and Chase Elliott got together. The 9 slipped. Logano locked up the brakes. Chase was just the innocent bystander on his outside. Nothing Chase could really do. Nothing Logano could really do other than not lock it up, so... Racing incident, these things happen. It's Chase Elliott and Joey Logano. They'll get along, but yeah. Back to Martin Truex. Martin Truex was actually spun by Brad Keselowski, who had a beautiful, and I mean beautiful, Boston Red Sox paint scheme this weekend. It was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. That Red Sox car, to see that in person, that was pretty immense. But I believe that was... Yeah, those were all the incidents that happened before the rain break. But, like, I want to talk about this weather break for a second. Because being there was a river. And I mean a river underneath the Turn 1 grandstands when we were trying to get out of there and, like, chill in the car for a little bit to, like, charge our stuff and all that fun stuff. Because that's a whole... That was the worst part about the whole camping experience. If you want to go camping at the NASCAR race... Bring as many reusable charging ports as you possibly have. Because, man, it stinks not being able to charge your phone in a NASCAR race. It absolutely stunk. I would have taken so much more videos, but we live, we learn. But, yeah, no. Rain delay. I'm honestly astonished that NASCAR got this race going. Because it was rain, and then it rained. Rained, and then it rained, and then it rained, and then it rained some more, and then it poured, and then it poured, and then it thundered and lightning. There's no hope. But around 6 p.m. is when this would have been like what, an hour into the rain delay, and we went out to the car, we charged our stuff for a hot minute, and then what's his face there? We looked at Twitter, and Dale Jr. said the track should be dry soon. I'm like, what? And then we hear we're hearing on the announcements, like, the drivers have been called to their cars. It was like, at like 20 after 6, it was like, okay, well, let's get back in them grandstands. The other two I was with, they knew we had to make the 11-hour drive, but I was like, they wanted to get out of there and just beat the rush and everything. I'm like, half the crowd's already left, and we haven't seen a winner yet. The track's gonna get dry if the rain just stops, and it did. And yeah, the rain stopped, we were golden. But anyway, the race got back going. I need my phone back up for the timeline because I remember Chastain wrecked. Where is it here? Track drying. Yes, there we go. That's the wet weather tires. That was so fun to watch in person. The wet weather tires, it literally felt like something out of a rookie iRacing lobby. Is what it felt like. That's what it genuinely felt like, was an iRacing lobby. Oh, I see what happened to Chastain. Now, I was wondering how Chastain spun. He got loose on the apron, and Justin Haley was coming in to fill that void, and Ross didn't see him. And that is what turned the one car of Ross Chastain around. As I seen Ross wrecking down there, but it was just like, how did he get wrecked? What happened to Ross? Like, okay, but yeah, no. And then non-competitive pit stops. Those weren't announced during the race, so I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Like, it was so funny to watch these guys, like, go next to the pit wall to try and soak up as much water as they can to keep heating their tires. Like, oh god, I'm tired. 20 minutes of sleep ain't enough, bro. But like, dude, that was unreal. The fact that we get to see that in person, guys, keep in mind, yesterday was my first Cup Series race in 12 years. The last time I saw a race was at New Hampshire in 2012. Casey Kane beat Denny Hamlin that day and won what I believe was the Lennox Industrial Tools 301. No, it was the Sylvania 300. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But man, I'm still yet to see a 400-miler race because I've seen 3 300-milers now in New Hampshire and a Daytona 500. So, who wants to take me to a 400-miler? The doors are always open. I'm down for whatever. I'm actually looking into going into Vegas later in the year, but we'll see how that goes. But anyways, what else? Trying to think, was there any other wrecks after Chastain? I'm sure there was. I'm just not remembering. I'd almost have to go back and watch the full broadcast. But yeah. Because this would have happened right 8 to go. McDowell got loose under Blaney with 8 to go on the restart. They both spin. Berry gets through scot-free from what I'm seeing here on the map, but crazy scenes. Yeah, McDowell got loose under Blaney. They went sliding. Man, these wet weather tires are something else. But yeah, I'm just using NASCAR Twitter to help me timeline it all. But yeah, no man. Bell, he hauled some balls on the last restart. I remember he got a great jump, and I mean a great jump on Chase Briscoe and Josh Berry. And that, I feel like that jump on the restart was able to win him that race. I mean, I'm going to go check NASCAR and NBC to see if I missed anything. But in my opinion, the dominant car won on the dominant day. So great job, Christopher Bell. He hauled ass. It was awesome to watch. I predicted Bell to win both races, and he did. The people I was traveling with, they're not as into NASCAR as what I am. So, yeah, I was able to get the easy pick. I was able to take Chris Bell. Yeah, you see how... Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, my God, we completely forgot to talk about the Bubba incident. So, Noah Gragson, second wreck of the day. Oh, my God, I completely forgot about Kyle Busch, too. So, start of the race. I'm going to start with Kyle Busch first. Then I'm going to get to the Noah Gragson Bubba Wallace one, because the pit road incident happened right in front of me. I have it on my phone here. I'll see if I can pull it up after this. But, yeah, no. What's his face there? Kyle Busch. He got in, what, 2-3 wrecks today? I think he might have been the cause for the stage 2 caution. I don't even... No, I think that was LaJoy, actually. LaJoy had a spin in stage 3, too. I can't remember when exactly that was, but... Kyle Busch had a spin, well, somewhere towards the end of stage 2 or beginning of stage 3. And then he tried to come back out after the rain delay. Car slides out from under him. Poof! Into the turn 4 wall. Done for the day. I'm a Kyle Busch fan, and I'm like, dude, why you gotta do me like this? Like, come on, bro. Let me enjoy KFB a little bit. Like, for real, cuz. Like, why you gotta do me like this? Why you gotta do me like this? Yeah, LaJoy had that spin to the apron earlier. And LaJoy had a rough day, too. There was a lot of rough days all around. But, yeah, no. Here is the Noah Gragson Bubba Wallace incident. Here, wait, I'm gonna play it with sound because I'm just there like, we got beef. Yeah, no, yeah, Bubba Wallace wasn't too happy, to say the least. Yeah, no, Bubba did not look too pleased. The whole crowd booed Bubba after that incident, but yeah. I want to talk about our winner, Christopher Bell, real quick. We're going to hop into results, but yeah, top 10's all that, but I want to talk about Christopher Bell before I get into the results. All right, Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell, this guy deserves a big shout out. I want to pull something up while I talk about Chris Bell, man. This guy is an absolute god on flat tracks. And I mean a god. Wet, rain, you name it, Christopher Bell can do it. And this is the first picture I'm going to show off today. There is yours truly, Saturday before practice, with the man who did the sweep, Christopher Bell. Come on, there we go. There it is. That's sick. That's sick. I mean, I do not know how this has happened, but the fact that I got a picture with Christopher Bell, the fact that I got pictures with like Truex and all of them absolutely makes my day. But let's go through these results, talk about all these guys. Like I said, Chris Bell, dominant car of the day, had a phenomenal run. Best car. How many laps did he lead? Yeah, Christopher Bell led just under half the laps. Like, Bell was goated. He was absolutely goated here. It's going to take a lot to get Christopher Bell a loss at New Hampshire. I mean, he's won what? 7 out of 11? 7-11. Races in the Cup Series, 7 out of 11 sanctioned NASCAR races at New Hampshire. Bell should own real estate up here when he retires. Like, it's crazy. Briscoe pulled off a second, man. The rain helped Briscoe out so much. I did not even see Briscoe in this whole race other than when he was going that lap down and then until he was making passes. Josh Berry, man. Josh Berry was great today overall. I actually told Josh Berry, personally, I was like, I think this could be a really good track for you. I think you're going to have a really good day, man. And Josh Berry pulled it off P4, or P3 rather, so good for Josh, man. That's going to help him out in the playoff hunt. Like, we'll talk about that in a bit too, but Kyle Larson, P4. That's actually a pretty good run for Kyle Larson, New Hampshire. I feel like he never really seems to do well here. So, great job, Larson pulling off a 4th. Chris Buescher pulling off a 5th. Yeah, no, I didn't really see Buescher all day either until the rain tires put him in the top 5. So, cool, good for him. Tyler Reddick would have been the winner of this race had the rain have called it. That would have been pretty cool for Red Dog to see the 45 in victory lane. But, yeah, no, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. pulled it off in P7. Good for Stenhouse. He got a really good result. I mean, I feel like dirt guys do have a really good reputation. I mean, the top 2 say it, and P4, and P7. So, more traditionally, more times than not, dirt guys will be good here. Martin Truex, man, the fact that he rebounded to a 9th after a day that he had, like, good God, that's impressive. Ross Chastain, 10th. And he wrecked, too. How the hell did Chastain get up to 10th? That's crazy. Ryan Preece, sick guy. Consistent all day around the top 10, top 20. Good result. Todd Gilliland, good result for that team. I think they outperformed that car a little bit, so good for them. Eric Jones, 13th. Irrelevant most of the day. Shame. Harrison Burton. I want to give Harrison Burton a quick shout out real quick, because, like, Harrison, you know, hasn't shown the greatest potential in the Cup Series. You know, he's had very rare moments. I hate to say it. I like Harrison Burton. I think he's a cool guy. Met him too, but yeah, no. Harrison Burton, pretty sick guy. Yeah, no, he brought it home for he put it in the top 10, is what I'm trying to say. He was running in the top 10 a lot of moments of this race. I'm like, damn, good for Harrison Burton. Like, he could use a really good run like this. The 21 team has virtually just been irrelevant since Harrison Burton's got there, so it's a big result for him. Michael McDowell, P15. Considering he wrecked, pretty damn decent. Ty Gibbs, never saw him all day, really. I felt like he was kind of in that 15th, 16th range just about all day. Carson Hocevar, he wrecked too. Carson Hocevar wrecked as well. So he pulled off 17, not bad. Chase Elliott, 18th, not too bad. Austin Cindric, Ty Dillon. Okay, the rest of these guys, unless, yeah, well, Daniel Suarez was running 30th all day. He had a rough day at the office. First race with American citizenship. Sorry about that, Daniel, but I'm kind of pissed at Cindric. He's one of the ones I didn't get to meet. Gralla, LaJoy, Hamlin. Yeah, no, Blaney. Hamlin got... I don't even know what happened to Hamlin. Did, like, water get in the engine or something? My mom was telling me, she was watching the broadcast, someone had engine damage from the water, and I mean, the only one I can picture is Hamlin, because he was running third when the race restarted, and he finished 24th, and he not like he wrecked or anything. And then Ryan Blaney finishing 25th. I figured he'd be the one in 15th after a wreck, not Michael McDowell, but okay. William Byron, irrelevant today. He was nowhere to be seen, I felt like. He started up in third, but just dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped as the race went on. Noah Gragson, pretty incident-filled day, but happens to the best of us, I suppose. He brings it home 27th. Brad Keselowski, 28th. Man, I would have loved to see that Red Sox car do a lot better, but what can you do? Justin Haley, 29th. Yeah. Justin Haley, man. This kid deserves a real round of applause. Like, Justin Haley was genuinely running in the top 5 on pure speed early in the race. Like, and he would have finished probably, what, like 6th or 7th? I don't know who spun him on the last lap, but I heard Justin Haley got spun. I didn't see it. I didn't see it personally, but I heard Justin Haley got spun on the last lap, so rough go for Justin. Zane Smith, another guy I met, cool dude. Daniel Hemrick, he's all right. Finished 31st, had a spin. He finished in his car number. That's a bit what college racing expect. Rough day for Logano, finished 32nd. A lot of bad. Yeah, Logano kept coming into the pits over and over and over again, so it doesn't surprise me. Austin Dillon had one pretty bad accident too. This was a very chaotic New Hampshire race. This is one of the best New Hampshire races we had in a while, especially in the next gen era. Bubba Wallace, he had that accident when Noah Gragson, which put him out of the race. Shame, but what can you do? Kyle Busch in 35th and Alex Bowman 36th with the engine failure. Man, I might have been in attendance for the worst Kyle Busch performance ever. That's kind of crazy to say, but all right. Playoff grid. This could be fun. All right, so the playoff grid stands as this after New Hampshire. This could get interesting. Larson leads the way with 3 wins and 23 playoff points. Bell is only 1 playoff point behind with 3 wins as well. Denny has 3 wins. Byron has 3 wins. Reddick, Blaney, Cindric, Elliott, Keselowski, and Suarez all have 1. Truex is plus 155. Ross Chastain plus 93. Ty Gibbs plus 82. Alex Bowman plus 59. Chris Buescher plus 50. Joey Logano is 13 points above the cutoff line. Bubba Wallace is 13 out. Chase Briscoe is 25 out. Kyle Busch 45 out. And Josh Berry 73 out. That's what the playoff picture's looking like. It's looking like it's going to be a spicy battle for the playoffs this year, man. I really think this could go all the way to Darlington. It's crazy to think that Darlington's the regular season finale now. We've gotten so used to it being at Daytona. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, Skylar. Holy Murphy. I know 20 minutes sleep. Not the greatest time to do a post-race review, but yeah, man. If Kyle Busch wants to make the playoffs, he can't run like that. I seen the stat that Kyle Busch has finished 35th in 3 out of the last 4 races. That's got to change, Kyle. That has got to change, but we're going to put this race on the Skyler scale. Should be to the right of your screen. There we go. The Skyler scale for... What am I going to give? What am I going to give New Hampshire? Watching in the stands? I'm going to say 80%. I think this was one of the best New Hampshire races we were going to get. I didn't go into it expecting the greatest race of all time, but man, first ever race on the wet tires. I thought everything went pretty well. I thought everything went pretty smoothly. Great race. Deserving winner. Yeah, even though Bell pretty well dominated, it felt like a really close and even race, and anyone could go steal it at any moment. So props to Christopher Bell, man. He's the guy to beat at this track. And yeah, if you want to win at Loudon, New Hampshire, you got to go through Christopher Bell to get it. Well, guys, that is going to do it for my New Hampshire recap. I am going to go edit this, upload, and start working on the vlog. The vlog probably won't be up till midday or late afternoon Tuesday, because I'm going to watch Game 7 of the NHL Finals tonight. Or the Stanley Cup Finals, rather. Our our Edmonton Oilers, can you tell I'm on no sleep, are going to try and win the Stanley Cup for the first time for a Canadian team since 1993, but that's sick. But yeah, guys, other than that, I will see you for the next episode of post-race reviews in 2024, and I'll see you at Nashville next week. Take care, and peace!